For this intensification method, we're going to be discussing ascending and descending pyramid sets. Now, this is different than strip sets. What we're really talking about is two different methods to warm up. Now, if you go back in the past, like in the 50s and 60s, and you look at old school strongmen, old school power lifters, or old school Olympic lifters preparing for the Olympics, they would actually use ascending pyramids, which in essence, you would start off with a lighter weight. Say you start off with a set of 20, but you pretty much go to fatigue. You wouldn't be able to get more than 20 reps. Then your next set's a set of 15, right? Mm-hmm. Then your next set's a set of 12, then maybe a set of 8, then maybe a set of 6. And to each one, you'd pretty much be going to fatigue. Now, this is great for metabolic stress. It's great for bodybuilding type of training where you're trying to gain muscle. But also, a lot of strongmen and Olympic lifters noticed that when they did these types of training methods, that by the time they couldn't lift as heavy when they got to max effort. And when you're trying to train for maximal strength, you might not want to be fully fatigued when you're lifting those heavier weights. So that's where we come into reverse pyramiding. And reverse pyramiding, in essence, your weights all the way to the top, they aren't so hard. So you pick a light weight, but maybe you do 5 to 10, but you could probably do 20. And then you do another set of 5, but you probably could do 10. So you're pyramiding up, but you're not fatiguing. And then when you reach max weights, you can lift a lot heavier. You then train for 2 or 3 sets at those heavy weights, and then you reverse pyramid down. So when you can't get, say, a set of 10 anymore, you go down and you lower the weight and you do 10 with lighter weight. So that's reverse pyramiding. How do you incorporate this into your training?
I like to do reverse pyramids towards the end of a workout after I already did my heavy lifts. It's more of a burnout measure. And then I like to do ascending pyramids really when I'm trying to gain some size. That's something I use a lot because most people don't put enough effort into their actual workouts. So they use their warm-ups with no effort. It's like a 10%, 20%. And I don't really feel like that actually primes my muscles personally. So I put my effort into each one to pretty much a burnout where, like you said, you can't really get more than 20 reps. Then you can't get more than 15, more than 12. It really puts a lot of time and a lot of stress on my muscles. So when I get to that maximum weight, yes, it might not be 90% of my max weight, but I feel like I've worked before those sets to where it's acceptable.
It's a great point. And actually one thing, we were having a conversation with Charlie earlier. You guys know Charlie. But when Charlie was a professional powerlifter, right? So if you're a professional powerlifter, you're going to have a lot of joint pain. It's just, it is what it is, right? So early on in someone's career, they might be able to get away with reverse pyramids. But like as your joints become more taxed, you almost have to do kind of the ascending pyramid just so that your joints are fully lubed up and fully ready to go, and those heavier sets aren't as painful, right? Yes. You know, when someone's younger in training age, they could jump right up to the top, no joint problems at all. But we've been training a lot of years, the ascending method could be very beneficial for your joints and not being in as much pain.
Mm-hmm.